You know, the most ironic thing about this episode is that I can relate to Sheldon. My grandpa actually taught me how to play poker and bluff too. Those are the family values and family lessons that you never really truly forget. Howdy! Matt Girl here, and welcome back to Nephilim Entertainment. And this is my coverage of Young Sheldon. And this episode was number 3, Poker, Faith, and Eggs. Yeah. Um, I love this episode because you meet Memaw in the Big Bang series, and she's alright, but you actually meet the scrappy Memaw from Texas, who is in her element, and you see how much of a firecracker she really is. Bro, I gotta give it a hand. It was a funny episode. Because apparently Memaw does not have rules as much as Mom and Dad do. So, naturally, she gives she gives little Georgie Jr. firecrackers as payments. And what's Sheldon's sister's name again? She gives her candy and pretty much lets her play loud music and sing in front of a mirror. So Missy gets the candy, little Georgie Jr. gets the firecrackers, and she teaches little Sheldon how to play poker. That's an awesome grandma. And whenever Mama comes home, guess what? You're on your own. Have fun. Toodles. That's an awesome grandparent right there. And after all this, we meet Sheldon's pastor, Pastor Jeff, and apparently he becomes somewhat of an intellectual nemesis for Sheldon. Because while Sheldon relies solely on science, of course, Pastor Jeff relies on faith and religion. And these things are a new concept to Sheldon, apparently, but he also wants to dispute said beliefs and contradict them. Oh, our lovely little atheist is hard at work on this episode. And we finally get a name behind, well, we got his name before, but we focused a little bit more on the little kid, Billy Cranston. Apparently, he has a big thing for Missy, and he wants to pass on some eggs and show her he cares. Your secret admirer, Billy. Gotta love a kid who just puts it all out there, including his secret identity of being Missy's secret admirer. And she apparently eats it all up. I don't know if she just loves the attention. Of course, the way Missy's character is panning out, I have a feeling that if she didn't like him, she would pretty much tell him. Somehow, I guess that Big O's got a soft spot in Missy's heart. Well, the main premise of this episode, though, is that George, Daddy, he goes to the hospital. Why? He thinks he's having a heart attack. Yeah, so they have to rush off to the hospital. I love it too. Mary, Mama, she just looks at the kid and goes, "Don't move from this spot. I'll be gone. Memaw's coming." And she sit there just like, I actually, for a moment, forgot that Georgie even lived there, because I'm thinking these two kids are by themselves. What is going on? Here comes Georgie walking in. Oh yeah, they have a third kid. Forgot about that. Yeah. And he comes busting in. Doesn't know what's going on. They tell him. And Missy, what if I gotta pee? I love that little girl. She's a tremendous actress. Little girl is funny as hell. Give that girl an Oscar. give her something, some kind of Emmy something. I mean, that girl is, wait, Emmy? Anyway, little girl's on fire when it comes to that. I mean, to me, that's who's making this whole series right now is the little girl because she's just funny as hell. Well, they go to the hospital. They all run all kinds of tests, and Memaw's entertaining the kids. Well, time to go to bed. They want to know what's going on with Daddy. Run tests. That's it. Just go to bed. I ain't gonna sit well with Georgie. Not one bit. So, naturally, being the little hellion that he is, he gets the notion that he is going to go to the hospital with or without permission. So he ropes little Sheldon and Missy into his little scheme, which what I mean by rope is that he asks them if they want to go, and they both say yes. They obviously love their father, and that's pretty natural. His solution, though, still Memaw's keys and drive up to the hospital yourselves. Huh? Yeah, and this, and I love what older Sheldon says. His whole reluctance on driving apparently stems from this night. So him not wanting to drive it stems from the fact that his 12-year-old brother took a car driving 8 miles an hour at the highway, got him to the hospital, and which Memaw beat him there and played it off. And teaching Sheldon how to play poker pointed out the fact that she had a very good bluff, and Sheldon caught on to that. Bravo, Sheldon! Caught on to her bluff with Mama. Yes, Memaw lied to Mama to protect the kids. You gotta love Memaw. Of course, I love the fact that she tells little Georgie, someday you're gonna need bail. Don't call me. Is she calling it out? Or is this legit? I don't want to know what or anything. Well, we think it's all fine and dandy. Mary's gonna go off and tell George Sr. that kids are here. Well, Sheldon happens, of course, to be germophobic. He tries to go find some place to wash his hands and get comfortable. Well, he happens to walk and come across his father being hooked up to a machine and looking like he's not doing so well. I'll tell you how bad this freaks out little Sheldon. He starts to pray. Of course, he prays to a scientist. Scientist, whose name escapes me, some beastly guy who talked about to believe in God is a win-win situation. If you believe in God, then your bases are covered. If you don't, you have nothing to lose. Which I have to say, which I want to have to look that quote up. I may be misquoting, but basically paraphrasing, which is an interesting concept. To believe in God, what do you got to lose? I mean, honestly, what do you got to lose if you believe in a God? It's a fair point. I like that. Definitely something the atheists need to hear once in a while. If I believe in a God, what's the harm in it? I have nothing to lose. Anyway, Sheldon starts to pray. The little atheist is starting to find religion. Hey, who would have thunk it? And guess what? Daddy makes a full recovery. And Sheldon's all fine with being religious until Billy's eggs made him all sick, and he lost said religion for some reason. I guess he was praying that, I don't know, that they didn't sour in his stomach. I don't know. But anyway, now, but sorry, a momentary lapse there. The thing that gets me is the next day or the next Sunday they go back to church, and of course Sheldon wants to argue with the pastor again about light and all this, and when God created light, and when God created this, that, and the other, and George Sr. does something that adds bad karma. He fakes a heart attack to get out of church. Which I'm pretty sure there's been a few people who've thought the notion, but I think it was because his son was embarrassing him. Yeah, Sheldon, if your dad's willing to go that far to get out of a situation, maybe you need to learn the element of tact. Okay, what is up for young Sheldon? What is up next edition? I actually want to do something a little bit different on this one because I get the titles to the episodes on my phone. I get on a nice little handy app called TV Time. It's one down at the bottom, one with the big T, TV Time. It's actually a handy app. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just giving props to this app. Lets you keep reminders and little fun little shticks, like they give you badges for watching the most episodes and whatnot, blah blah blah. Anyway, not the point. I'm not sponsored by them, but I just thought I would share the app. But the next episode is going to be a therapist, a comic book, and a breakfast sausage. Is that it? And I find it funny that the names of these episodes are like that. So I think for all fun, we're going to discuss what the possibility of these episode titles could mean. Yeah, a breakfast sausage. A therapist, a comic book, and a breakfast sausage. Okay. So, a therapist. I think it has to do with the fact of when people would call Sheldon crazy, he would say, I'm not crazy. Mommy had me tested. I think that's going to be one. And later on, Mary's retort would be, well, we should have had that follow up with that guy in Houston. I think that's what it's going to cover. Comic book. If you go on IMDb, you will see pictures of Sheldon standing out in front of a comic book store. I think this is where Sheldon's going to be introduced to comic books. And in the previews, you can see his little friend Kim, little Vietnamese kid. I have a feeling that this is probably going to be a common interest for them to find, where Sheldon will learn and develop his love for comic books. And as far as the breakfast sausage, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with a group of people. In the previews, you can see him in a comic book store talking to a teacher. So I'm just wondering if it's going to have something to do with his teacher and a breakfast sausage. But anyway, alright, sorry. But that is going to do a wrap for me. That was spur at the moment, so it'd be better play next time. Alright, so here's my question for today's episode. Did your grandparents, were they awesome? Mine were. Was yours awesome like Memaw? Let me know in the comments below. If yours was like Memaw, or if yours was old and crusty, or if it was worse than Memaw. Let me know down in the comments below. But give me a big thumbs up down below if you like this video. Subscribe to my page for more content, and stay tuned to the end of the video for more content. But this is Metro L from Nephilim Entertainment, wishing all you daydreamers and creators out there keep your heads in clouds. Peace.